Heating up today, the stock soaring more than 12% after Bank of America said this could be the next target in the Reddit rebellion. The bank noting an uptick in mentions on Reddit's Wall Street Bets board. Cramer also pointed Beyond's 22% short interest. Beyond is now up 14% this year. And I will go to the trader, the only one on this panel, I believe, who is actually laughing at this whole notion, Tim. Laughing at this whole thing. Openly laughing.
Yeah, well, the laughs on me if in fact certainly, thank goodness I wouldn't be short any of these names. But my argument that a GameStop and even an AMC, I think I've said something like, yeah, I love going to the movies, but it's a broken business. So I mean, why even bother? So the stories around Reddit and that as a catalyst, and I can't believe analysts are even using that as a fundamental catalyst, because it's not. So again, you can laugh at me all you want, but and I said something last night. I think the stock was up 30% today.
It's the notion. I guess what I'm getting at is it's the notion that this is a factor in trading, right? That is laughable,
right.
And yet it is. So if you're an analyst, don't you acknowledge this? I mean, Steve Grasso, isn't it hard to ignore a 22% short interest in this day and age if you are an analyst?
Absolutely. And I think analysts have been forced to realize what these stocks are. If I tell you how many times I have a big family and how many times college-age kids are hitting me on text asking me about all of these names, one of which I'm still long, Virgin Galactic, which has a 26% short interest. I bought it at 15 and change. It rallied all the way up to, I think, 60, then turned around and wanted to head right back to that level again where I first bought it. And now they had one successful flight. Shorts scramble to cover. And this is one of those names that Bank of America is talking about as well. This is definitely a focal point for the conversation. Has become short interest, and you got to pay attention to it. And
yet, for this story, there is a fundamental story. I mean, before Wall Street Bets and Reddit became a force in this market, Guy, we were talking about alternative meat, the desire to shrink your carbon footprint, to eat healthier, et cetera. There were factors behind this. They've got tie-ups, a new tie-up in China, a new type to make the spicy beef wrap at Yum. And so where do you stand on this? I know it's something you'll never eat.
I think
never.
I think of course not. And how many times you've heard me say it? I mean, the product doesn't sit well with me, but I do like the stock. And Jim Cramer mentioned it, and now they have this relationship with KFC China. I mean, now the folks in mainland China can experience some of the joy that I experienced when we did our taste test seemingly many years ago. But I think the stock's going to take a run at that 190 level that we found at a couple times. I think Bernstein just upgraded it. And I think you probably own the stock into earnings in early August, if memory serves.
Maybe we'll reinstate the taste test when we're reunited.